It is October 22nd, 2024. Yesterday, on October 21st, 2024, I was out with my friend. Okay. We had went down to Carrollton. Now, if you have the case or you're law enforcement, my boyfriend, his mean kids have been trying to bully him out of everything he has. One of his stupid children, at least 3 times, have threatened to put him in a car, drive him out to Youngstown, and make him sign everything he has over to him. Okay? He won't work. He stole things from his farm, including his dad's rims that were over 100 years old, and sold them for scrap. Metal rims, antique ones, that meant everything in the world to him because they were his father's. Trying to make him sign everything he has over to him. So, just to make himself feel better, he's been adding me to like his checking account in his car so his son can't steal it. Even if we were only friends, if he wanted my name to block it, I'd block him. Would I ever take anything from him? No, because it's wrong. But if they want to deal with me, that's fine. We went and seen his attorney yesterday, because the ones that they've even got caught stealing from his last job, now he can't even get a job. He stole from his dad, he stole from his job, he won't work. So that's why he's trying to steal everything his father has. And the other one demanding a will and wanting to see who gets what, and all kinds of crazy crap. It's none of his damn business till he passes. So we went down to the attorney and said, make sure you don't pass it out. I said, well, we're not allowed to. Don't you even tell them anything, we're not allowed to. I told them what they've been doing. Okay? I said, I'm trying to protect him as much as I can. She said, it seems like you are. I said, I'm just trying to protect him so they can't touch anything that he has. It's his. He's worked all his life for it. And that money on his farm, God forbid, if something happens to him, he goes down to that farm, what if he'd have to go into a facility? You don't know if somebody's going to fall and get paralyzed. He'd need them revenue from that farm to pay for the facility. He's way up in his 70s, and if God forbid something happened, it's his to use for his care. Unless he chooses to give them before he passes, they don't get till he dies. And they need to back off. I said I even told them if they don't stop, write them out and give it to the other kids. They'll never know until you die what they're going to do, stop on your grave. Seriously. Tell them all of them if they don't back off, you'll give it to the Humane Society. I don't deal with stupid very well. Now, even people that watch the case, we all know she's trying to protect her boyfriend. This guy walked into the attorney's office. They said she was here. I'm just to find out what's going on. Heavier set white man with a heavier set white lady with black hair. She turned her body from me. I've seen him before. They don't know what I'm doing. They're not law enforcement. They don't have the case. Don't give it to them. Which I've seen them several times. Oh, and then they run their mouth. They don't care what happens to her with all the bad guys they got, or all the guys that got off this. They didn't care a thing. Well, they should have. They should have. Okay? Then we go to the gas station. Some guy, now this other guy has a case. He's where my boyfriend goes in and get something to drink. And I'm rambling through stuff. And the guy opened the door. He's like, Karen said that it was a drug dealer that did it to her before. Da 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 da. Well, they had said that no one's to care what happens to her. And then the scam of the photoshopping and washing. And then it was a drug dealer that did it. And he's telling everybody nobody's to care what happens to her. He's a drug dealer. He's a human trafficker. He's been trying to sell me for years. I'm not for sale. Okay? Alright, today I slept in this morning. I wasn't feeling well. Well, yesterday, before we came home, I'll take this back. Yesterday, I went home in hospital. I had to have an ultrasound down on my heart. I have, what is that? What is it? VAPR? I don't know, something like that with my heart. The left side of my heart only pulls 50%. Okay? That's what they said when I was having heart attacks 20 years ago. Okay, I asked the doctor, but they're only pulling 50%. And they gave me the wrong meds. Did it cause the heart attacks? And she said probably, because my body didn't need it, and it couldn't break it down, and it put my heart that's not pulling enough into heart attacks. Okay, I went to pick up my report. I had to show my ID. Other people going in, they wanted other people's information. They said, "Are you the power of attorney? We have to have the paper, or otherwise you don't get anything." So where they said Altman Hospital selling people's information, yeah. Get it? They said it was someone impersonating a doctor doing it. They would go to jail, HIPAA violations. The only thing wrong with my heart is the left side does not pull enough blood. And when they gave me the wrong medication, I went into mini heart attacks. So I had brain swelling, I had seizures, I had thyroid adrenal gland shut down, whole body swelled up. Bastards almost killed me. Okay. Last September, October, on a Thursday or Friday. So September, October of 2023, my car's bugged, my phone's tapped. Alright. Off in the distance, I'm sitting out with my client up in Akron. Okay, she had Alzheimer's. Trying to get her some fresh air. By the way, she died today. And I am not in the mood for any shit. We'll put it that way, okay? I just found out she died. Back then, she was still mobile. So, I'd take her outside, sit outside with lawn chairs, take her for little walks, and I'd buy her cookies and soda and popcorn, and we'd have our little picnics and girl talk. Okay, let her say hi to the neighbors. Okay. I'm sitting out there, and when the drug dealers yelled out, "How dare that family ever say a word to her? That idiot killed that kid." Where Phil ran a stop sign. A lady and a guy walked by. Even some of the drug dealers they hired to watch her don't even find this funny. He said, "Did she do anything wrong?" She said no. The drug dealers already made fun of the FBI for falling for this. And they already confessed they photoshopped everything on her before. And they made fun of the FBI for falling for it. Are they going to do anything about it? We don't know, but none of this is funny. And she said, I even went to her ex-husband, asked him if they ever said it was a medication error that made her sick before. And he said yes. And the doctors did tell him to sue those other doctors. And he let all those people hurt her and didn't say a word. And he knew it was a medication. Now I'm going to put it this way. Just because somebody makes up a shitty lie on you doesn't give you the right to drug, beat, and rape somebody and try to kill them. Okay? And people should have been horrified. Well, we went to the B&B in Maslin. Okay? And then we had to get plates. Some guy walked out. Nobody finds any of this funny. When we found out a drug dealer did it, where did you find it funny that anybody was being harmed in front of anybody? Should have been appalled and horrified. See, that's where at the Oakland apartment on Cleveland Avenue, December 9th, 21, 4 p.m. They told him that all the tapes before were them and not me, and it was just a bunch of men doing crimes down here to see if someone will stop them. Well, the guy at the Hunger Task Force, white man, Paul with dark eyes, disturbed eating food, there was only 4 or 5 volunteers. He actually worked my case. We always knew the tapes before were them and not her, so we never said a word. Okay, before Christmas of 21, the drug cartel would drive by and scream as they drove by, yelling stuff at me. I used to smoke. I was sitting out in my car. Now these people have tortured me. Sold videos of it. Human trafficked me. Sold videos of it. Drugged me till I lost over 70 pounds. I've almost been shot in the head driving. I had faced 6 stalkers in Walmart 62. A shooting night, I had to hide. I had my skull bashed in on December 9th, 2118. I lived through hell. Okay? Where did you find any of that funny? Where right before Christmas of 21, I'm sitting out in my car, the cartel's driving by, screaming stuff at me, down in the parking lot. It is echoing. I'm shaking. My whole body's vibrating. It's a guy that works with him is African American. He walked up right next to my car and he said, I found out what's going on. She's scared to death of those people, and I was literally shaking. He said, I already told him that someone told me all the tapes before were them and not her, and it's just a bunch of men doing crimes down here. They said the guy at the Hunger Task Force said the same thing. Well, that's what they told my client, Navarre's next door neighbor, that Pete ordered everything to be drugged, photoshopped, and made up of him. It's a drug scam from a drug dealer. That's where Officer Mark, in August of 23, on a Tuesday afternoon, told a lady, none of this is funny. Said, did her ex-husband defend her? He said, yes, we taped him. So did I. Did anybody else, anybody talk to her? Said no. Then they had to frame her. I've never talked to anybody. Think about it. Said they had to have framed her before. He said it's been documented and verified she was framed before. Was it the drug cartel? Yes, we seen them. So who was in my home before? The drug cartel. It was also documented and verified it was a medication error that made her sick before. And another woman was using her insurance. None of this is funny. He said, I know it's not. You know, just on Saturday, some girls got out of their vehicle as I went to walk in Walmart 62. said we found the tape of them mocking everyone. November 18th, 22, Eric, one of the drug dealers. 2 to 6 p.m., walks in Walmart 62. All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it. For all these people to turn on, they fell for Well, if it's only you, I could take care of it. I know it's that bad, they still fell for it. Some videos of it. June 7th, 23, they made fun of FBI agent John. 10:11 in the morning, the sheriffs have all this. Okay? FBI agent John fell for the stunt on tapes before. Oh, come on now. That FBI agent fell for that. It was only a stunt. You're kidding. Is that what's going on? FBI agent John fell for the stunt on tapes before. Lighthouse Tabernacle and the cartel made fun of the FBI. July 9th, 23. They dared the FBI to fix it. In Trinity Gospel, the cartel did. The FBI wouldn't dare fix this after what one of their agents did. He turned a rape victim back over to the cartel. June 7th, 23. Like the Stark County Sheriff's in uniform in March of this year of 24. Bay Family Church, we all know they opened an informant case with her. They have a South watcher. And we all know they made fun of that agent John for falling for this. I didn't find it one bit funny how he talked to her. On a recorded line, he bullies me, makes me beg for my life, admits he met with that family that's just using their family's tragedy to help their cult kill people. And that occult, and then he met with all those church people. Several times that he had told on me that he knew they were trying to have me murdered, attempt a murder and conspiracy to commit murder, acted like he was going along with it. Makes fun of me where Dave told Danny he hired Pete on his own, the drug dealer, that he knew of the scam he was pulling on me and I didn't even know who he was. I've never met him. I've never met my rapist. Where Dave told people he hired Pete on his own. It was Pete and his men in my home. A drug cartel. Running a drug scam. A photoshopping of January 19th, they said it was effeminate white people off the toilet. And then in 21, March 1st to 3rd of 21, they put two clips together, put her in a porn, it's not her, it's them. And then what you're describing is showering, ha ha ha. She figured out what they did. May 12th, 22 at noon, May 26th, 22 noon of the shower scene. In the other room, they found tapes of them admitting it, and it was done on purpose. February and March of 22, Navarre, the next door neighbor, the White House before her, was one of my clients. They told her that Pete ordered everything to be drugged, photoshopped, and made up on me. They admitted to framing me March 24th, 22, 1:30. From the beginning of the case, a little white man came up, and for every idle word you're telling us, I'll turn it on you, da-da-da. Admitted he worked for Dave. He'd been drugging me up and telling me to say lies in front of the cops and police. They admitted in 18 they photoshopped all her lies, laughing at me in my face in front of the cops and the feds. Got May 25th, 21, 6 p.m., 8/9/21, the apartment building formed a second close offense. A lady and little girls lived there. 1295 Fairlawn. We got at the one apartment. We got the guy at the Hunger Task Force. We got an African American lady, November 1st to 3rd of 21, at Save a Lot. Of drugs and told to say it to everything being them and photoshopped. January 19, 22, and February 2nd, 22, of being drugged and told to say it. To framed March 24, 22, to made fun of everyone November 18th, 22, and made fun of the FBI June 7th, 23. Then March 20th of 24, they were laughing again in Walmart that they made up retired Judge Pete. They made up everything on me to get away with this. Continually laughing at me. today in Bob Evans, my boss had called and I walked out and I found out my client died. My stomach's already upset and I had to get off the phone and go use the bathroom. Some lady's in the bathroom puking hard. And I'm already doubled up and I'm like, don't puke. Because I'm so upset because she died and my stomach's already turning. Okay? Some lady said, they said the law was never interested in her because she was a drugged up rape victim. It was a drug cartel running a scam, you idiot. How many times have even the police have told people in 19 they were never interested in me? Well, of course not. It's a drug cartel running a drug scam. They've hired the cartel. April 28th, 24, Walmart on the Strip. Okay, in Belden. I walk in and where that agent makes fun of me on a record line, admits he told on me, makes me beg for my life, and he laughs at me. Now, he's either the best poker player in the world and he was fooling that Pete to get his drug connections, or he's dirty as hell. He's on a recorded line. Okay? Makes me beg for my life. Laughs at me for some guy named Pete. The only Pete I know is my brother in Medina. I don't even know who he's talking about. Think about that. I didn't even know who he was talking about. I've never met him. And the shower scene in the other room, the bruises I had throwing up, heart racing, infected, he was talking about my rapist. The guy had been lacing drinks when I was out of the room. I didn't even know he was in my home. The guy that had been stabbing me with needles, telling me to say crazy crap so you'd be sleepwalking. Now you think about this. And he's laughing at me for someone I've never even met. The rapist that's running a drug scam on me. Okay? And then he lists me informant with money and immunity after he admits he knows all this and talked to everyone. And then threatens me if I told, and everybody else knew. And then he doesn't even have authority. He's only a police officer. It takes a judge of freedom of speech. An FBI agent told my friend Grant he didn't have enough authority, and if he did that on a recorded line, they have him. Some investigator said he had listened to the recorded line. He almost fell out of the chair. So he actually talks to me like that. April 28th, 24, I walk in Walmart on the Strip. Guy is on the phone with someone. I listened to a recorded line. That agent did admit to telling on her, and he did talk to her like that. They better do something about this. I get my client, we're over by the canned veggie aisle. Officer in uniform shows up, Karen. We all know nobody drugs anybody but the drug cartel. There was a drug cartel in your home before. We all know that guy told on you before. Okay? I get my client, we go over by the produce aisle and the ladies' clothing, and guys talking. Some guy named Kurt, the Stark County Sheriff's made fun of him in 21 for falling for this golden slop. He tells people to stay out of it. He said, Kurt, none of this is funny. They have that agent on, he's on the phone with him. They have that agent on a recorded line, admitting to telling on him. They also have him admitting that he was in it with Dave and stole her money, December 14th, 23, 4:45 p.m. They said that was him walking out of McDonald's, screamed it out, and all the cars around they slammed on their brakes. They were cops. They said it was actually him. I've never met him. Okay? Said he was in it with Dave and stole my money. They all slammed on the brakes. They showed up later that night. We told that guy none of this is funny. We taped him admitting he was in it with Dave and stole her money. He knows she don't know who he is. By Sunday, they had told him to stay out of it. Everybody stay out of this. They have the agent over case saying he was in it with Dave and stole her money. Okay, going back to that guy saying and stuff. So that they have these people admitted they made everything up on her. Everybody stay out of it. Okay, we go to the front aisle. Pam Strange and her granddaughter. Uncle Dave said he had someone tape her before. Oh, they'll verify it. I walk out. Investigators bust out laughing. Took her long enough to admit she was in it with Dave in those stocking tapes. Her kids better never verify anything on those tapes. The police already have them taped defending her and that they knew nothing about it. That would have made them an accessory to harm and meat racketeering. Selling kiddie porn to little kids, going potty, having someone drug, beat, raped, and human trafficked in an attempt to murder. They would have went to jail. Yeah, those people were saying, you know, her kids would ever put their name on any of those tapes before. The police would have to arrest him. They already taped them defending her and that they knew nothing about it. They would have to go to jail for having somebody armed and trying to extort money. Okay? Everybody's scattered. You know, Ed at the Oakland apartment told me, Karen, I think the COVID virus damaged people's brains. They find things funny that aren't. And I think it's created a great mental health crisis in this area. People finding things that are funny that aren't. None of this is funny. You guys should have been horrified that some drug dealers are harming people in front of you. You should have been mad and furious. Do you want them to do it to you? That agent, John, had went up to Apostolic Church of Palmerton. From where I called the hotline, the next day they drugged me up so bad I couldn't wake up all the way. It took me 3 days to get out of bed. Got enough air in my face, called one of my witnesses. And went up, bought a card, put his number where he tried to call me back and left a voicemail from the hotline. Put his number in it, in a card, and dropped it off the mall. Went up to Apostolic Church of Palmerton. He was up there telling on me in front of hundreds of people in the place. And he told them he knew I was being drugged, being raped, and didn't care. For strangest lie of faking you were sick with the medication error medical malpractice. And he even told him he was going to turn me back over to him. That he was going to defraud me. Now he's either the best poker player or tricking Pete into giving up all the cartel that he could, or he's dirty as hell. Because what they did is racketeering, sextortion, photoshopping and washing, date rape, drug confessions, rape, attempt extortion under it. Saturday, they even said what these people did is racketeering. It's attempted murder too. They sold kiddie porn to my little grandkids going potty, I found out. Sold us all on porn sites using the bathroom. Me and Dave in bed. The drug confessions, the photoshopping, washing, and their sextortion act. Okay? Now, that lady in the bathroom that was throwing up, they said the law was never interested in a drugged up rape victim. They told these people in 19, trust me, we were never interested in her. It was a drug dealer running a drug scam on me, you stupid idiots. How many times have even the law told you it was a drug cartel? It was a drug cartel in my home before. Running a drug scam. I'm going to upload this.